They call me Dan, the Lakers DTLF. And I got a master plan for the Lakers back to the promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equal. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jet.
Good morning, Laker Nation. It's your boy DTLF back with another breaking news video. You guys might have heard already because it happened a couple of hours ago, but I woke up late to my phone blowing up, man. And it was Jared Vanderbilt signs an extension with the Lakers. So that is what's up, because we're talking about one of the youngest, best defensive players in the league at 25, right? We're talking about somebody who helped turn around the season last season, right? Now, the deal was a 4-year, $48 million deal. And there's people split, I don't know why they're split. It's not, you're not coming out of pocket. But 4-year, $48 million deal is essentially $12 million a year. That's a very good freaking deal for the Lakers, man. Rob Pelinka strikes again, baby. And let me tell you, we avoid negotiating with this guy into next summer, which probably would have been worse, as we're now not only betting against ourselves, but we're betting against others as well. Now, he's the 5th member of the Lakers Western Conference team to ink a multi-year deal extension, right? But the most important thing, again, we avoid negotiating with him as an unrestricted free agent next summer. So we got the best possible deal at the best possible time, right before training camp, which also means, here's another benefit to the whole situation. It also means that, there's no distractions on this team. Everybody's paid from AD to Vando. If anybody, the only person that's kind of a little bit underpaid is D'Angelo Russell, right? In his mind, at least. So maybe he'll be thinking about that because he has a player option next year. But everybody, man, everybody getting paid. And they should, because they did a tremendous job of turning the team around last season. And we saw the potential of these young kids. All right, Rui got paid. Vando got paid. D'Lo got paid. AD got paid. Austin Reeves got paid. They all got paid this summer. So I'm very excited to head into next season. But again, what a deal. $12 million a year for one of the best defenders in the league, who's 6'9", versatile, can switch multiple positions, and is one jump shot away. And I'm talking maybe like a corner PJ Tucker type shot from being one of the best bargain deals this offseason. All right. Now, I think everybody Rob Pelinka signed was such a bargain. And shout out to Clutch, too. Clutch has been able to facilitate, because they have a good relationship with the Lakers front office. They've been able to facilitate a lot of these deals, man. So shout out to Clutch as well. And I believe Vando was a Clutch agent. So that is pretty cool. Let's see here. He said, I kept you in my ear all last night while working. I'm a night hawk, so anytime you go live with DTLF, it helps me get through my job overnight. Yeah, listen, we're starting to do more late at nights. More, especially when there's stuff to talk about. So I got you, brother, and I'm glad I could be of service. Thank you for tapping in always. Dante said $48 million is nice. Get him the corner shooting right now. Well, he's been in the gym all summer long. We're about to see how that translates. We know working with Phil Handy can work wonders. We saw what it did with Rui / Mora. Now, I remember last season when we traded for Rui, a lot of Wizards fans were like, when I got excited because of the potential, a lot of Wizards fans were telling me, nah, y'all tripping. Y'all don't know. He's inconsistent, this, and that. But he's young, right? And anytime you're getting youth, like we did this offseason with Cam Reddish and like we did with Jackson Hayes, who are all, by the way, from the same draft that Rui came from. They're all dripping with potential. Same thing with Vando. Vando already was a very good defender in this league. Now, the one thing he needs to work on is obviously his open shot. The only thing I didn't like about him, in the Western Conference Finals, is that at times he was unplayable because he would have an open shot and he would turn it down and kind of second guess himself, right? And the thing is that even if you miss the shot, you got to keep the defense on their toes. You got to shoot it, convictingly. You have to be decisive, especially in the playoffs. So that's what he's been working on this offseason, and we'll see if it pays dividends. But no matter, regardless, for $12 million a year, he's got PJ Tucker money, right? And he's better than PJ Tucker. Who are you taking, a 38-year-old PJ Tucker or a 25-year-old phenom on a defensive end who, is very versatile, has tremendous wingspan, athleticism, has good instincts, can jump the passing lanes, can play on ball, can switch multiple positions, And like I said, is one jump shot away from being one of the best contracts in the league. By the way, it is essentially a 3-year deal because the 4th year he has a player opt-out clause, right? Which he should. He deserves it. If he outplays that contract, then we can talk about it then. He will be 28 by that time, which is still in his prime. So maybe there'll be an even bigger extension for him. So I think this is a fair deal for both sides. But good morning, man. How y'all doing, man? Waking up to good news always feels good. I woke up a little late today. My bad. But it's one of those things where I know when my phone starts blowing up, I get multiple messages. Shout out to everybody who hit me up. I already know it's Laker related, baby. I don't even got to look on Twitter. I don't even got to go on the ESPN app because I already know what it is. So shout out to you guys who hit me up this morning. Let's see here. Kane said, I love seeing multiple guys get the bag evenly split, all locked in on winning. And that's the key, man. And I think that's what it is when you pay these guys. We're talking about, for example, D'Angelo and Vando. That was a very successful trade, not only for last year, right? A lot of people thought they were 1-year rentals. No, they helped turn the season around. Now you see them coming back and being rewarded with money. That's what the Lakers do. And this is why players want to come here as free agents. This is why we had a tremendous offseason with adding Christian Wood to such value, adding, key players like Gabe Vincent, Taurean Prince, guys like that. We're a marquee free agent landing spot because players talk, right? We've treated players like Dennis extremely well, who were having trouble finding a contract around the NBA before they came here. And then they come here for the second time, make a name for themselves, and now, bam, you get paid, right? And if it's not by the Lakers, it'll be by somebody else. Bottom line is this. Rob this is the cherry on top. He caps it off with signing the Vandalorian. And now, like I said, we head into training camp with 0 distractions, fam. And absolutely no Russell Westbrooks anywhere to be seen. This is amazing. I feel good. I feel great about this season, man. It smells like a championship. You guys smell that? Smells like a championship, baby. And so hopefully we come in here focused from the get and we can do what it do. Maurice said, you already know I had to get in touch with you when I heard the news. Yeah, thank you, Maurice. Everybody, bro, my phone was blowing up. Text messages, tweets, everything. It's wonderful, man. It's wonderful. Sometimes you guys break the news to me before I break it to you. So it's a wonderful relationship we have here. Hey, what's up, LA Sports Live? My guy says, salute Dan, Rob, locking everyone down. And you love to see it, brother. You love to see it because this is the key to happiness, right? Now, they say money isn't the key to happiness, but money brings you the things that are the key to happiness, right? Money brings you joy. Money brings you comfort. Money brings you a lot of things that can actually be the key to happiness. So I'm glad that they'll have that sense of security heading into the season, and rightfully so. They earned it. Western Conference all the way, in the half of a season they gelled. Now we get a full training camp to work and see what we can do moving forward. Let's see here. My bro Kane said, I hope Vando can get stronger and be like Caruso, who's now a respectful offensive threat. Yeah, you know what, man? I have faith in Phil Handy and the coaching staff. They've done a tremendous job with everybody else. I think they'll continue to follow suit with Vanderbilt, right? So it's nothing. Again, $12 million, you're losing nothing. You're essentially paying $12 million a year for a player who's one of the best perimeter defenders. Any of the that player that falls in that category is worth maybe even $15 million. To be honest with you, like PJ Tucker, guys like that, they're worth about that much, even though they're older. Now you get a young 25-year-old defensive phenom for the price. That's and trust me, the CBA is only going to continue to go higher. So this contract, as the years progress, will only continue to look better and better. But again, it's not my money. I just wanted him signed. I didn't care the asking price. We talked about this like 2 weeks ago and around the league. We wanted him signed, right? So we got that done, and there's nothing else that can get in the way. Now guys can focus on purely on basketball, improving and getting that championship, right? I have a feeling Bron's going to win his 5th championship before he retires. Oh, yeah, man. And listen. The window is closing. I'll tell you this, right? We have about a 2-3 year window to compete here. And as you can see, everybody's timeline is lining up. Austin Reeves, Vando, right? Rui. Everybody's essentially on a 3-year contract. So that's the window, right? And that's when LeBron James' contract expires, 2 to 3 years. So that is essentially the window to win a championship. And I like our chances this year. I hope to like our chances next year, but we're going to focus at 1 year at a time for sure. Let's see. Let's see. When Giannis is ready, we can get him now. Yeah, bro. Look, and again, it's these players. Believe it or not, they pay attention. They see the same news we look at, the same social media outlets we follow. They follow. So these players are out here. They see the way we're taking care of our players. Like, wow, Giannis is probably like, they're gonna give him how much money? He's probably in his bed rolling around like, and the Lakers, like, I can just imagine him like, you know, seeing us already as a landing spot. Because if we take care of a role players like that, you keeping everybody happy, you keep everybody competitive, and you stay relevant. That's the most important part, man. But very, very happy about this extension. He said, "What's up, bro? The Vandalorian is here to stay, baby." And Rob been listening to the fan base. Yes, Rob is doing an exceptional job. What's up, D? Good to see you, bro. I love it. I love everything about it. There's nothing about these extensions that people should be worried about. Only the casuals are mad about how much money another man is being paid. All right. First of all, you never worry about that. Secondly, we head into the next offseason as a team, right? We're talking about potentially 2 years under our belt and more chemistry, and we're building consistency and camaraderie by inking all these guys and bringing them all back. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. So we're winning on multiple fronts, right? We continue to build a team, because every time you turn over a team over and over and over again, you have to refine that chemistry. Well, we won't have that problem heading into this season because we did exceptional from the trade deadline on down. Now imagine we could have a nice full training camp, a preseason, a regular season, and then we heading into the playoffs with all this depth that we have, all these new acquisitions, re-signing our guys, making everybody happy. A coach that now has a year under his belt of experience and some playoff experience now. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome to see. So, yeah, I look forward to it. My guy said, "Hey, Dan, big fan. Appreciate you, bro." He said, "Do you think this move by the Lakers to extend Vando is to add trade value for the Lakers to make a trade deadline for a future star?" I think it doesn't hurt anything the Lakers choose to do in the future. Now, I expect this guy to stick around because he's that good. I don't think he's somebody you want to dangle in a trade unless he's absolutely atrocious and he's unplayable, which I don't think will happen, because at the very worst, he's an elite defender. At the very best, he'll develop a consistent either corner three or top of the key three or something to help keep the defense honest, right? So it's a win-win, especially at 12 mil. At 12 mil, come on, man. Nobody should be complaining at 12 mil. There's players that are worse than Vando that are getting paid more. So this is a great deal, a great, great deal. My boy Christian, what's up, bro? Good morning. He said Vandalorian season 2. Yes, sir. It's in effect for sure. A great deal. Hey, my guy, thank you so much for super chat, brother. Appreciate you. He said, born and raised in Pasadena, California, now living in Austin, Texas. Car about to be repossessed, but I still wanted to show love to Dan. Fan, keep on pushing it forward, my dude. Damn, bro, sorry to hear that. As far as that's life is like that sometimes, man. It slaps you in the face with a big old middle finger sometimes, and you got to make sure to slap it back, because I know you're gonna get back on your feet, brother. It's all about hustling and keeping that grind. I do appreciate you, bro, but man, the struggle is real. I feel you, bro. Even down here in Cali, bro, the prices on everything, the gas just went up to over $5. Like it's getting bad. So I feel your pain. We right there with you, bro. Prayers up for my brother, Mission 24. But I do appreciate the love regardless, man. Thank you so much, bro. You didn't have to do that, but you did it anyway. So much love. He said, "I will put him in a package." No. We're not talking Vando trades. All right, we're here to celebrate. Listen, we're here to celebrate this man's future with the Lakers. Okay, it would be disrespectful to start talking trades. Why put him in a package? He was an essential part of this team, since the trade deadline on down. I don't understand. Like, I think, listen, some of us need to go back and just play 2K, all right, because these trades are not even realistic. There's no team in the NBA right now outside of the Houston Rockets and, of course, the disgruntled Portland Trailblazers and Damian Lillard and James Harden squad that should be thinking trades. Everybody should be in love with their roster because we all made moves this offseason and we all think we're championship contenders. All right. The trade conversations usually don't start happening up until let's see, December, maybe at the earliest. That's when you really start seeing what your team is, and you can then say what you need But right now, listen, I love our team A to Z. I really do. You guys see a weakness, a single weakness on this roster right now? Because I do not. Like you look at point guard to center position, I don't see a weakness. Now we do have that 15th roster spot wide open just in case we do have to address any weaknesses. But right now, looking at the team, I don't see anything that I would change at all. Right? I think we had an A+ off season, capped off by this extension. And again, give Rob his flowers. He's been tremendous, man. He's been tremendous. Let's see here. He said, Dan, why do you think a lot of shooters end up breaking once they become Lakers? I think it's easy, man. I think it is very easy to know that, the limelight isn't for everybody. Just ask Russell Westbrook. The spotlight was too bright even for some of the best stars in the league. And, sometimes it translates like it did for Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, Vando, D'Lo. And sometimes it does not. Right. So, yeah, that's just the bottom line, man. The spotlight is either too big for you or you're going to shine even brighter and get that paper. Joel said, Dan, we are set for when Brian leaves. Go ahead and slide Giannis and Ant. I like that. He said, into the slot when the time comes. Man, if we could just get one of those guys, I'd be, over the hill. Oh, I'd be over the moon with that shit, bro. Because I tell you, you're right. We listen. Remember this. If y'all been with me for a minute on the channel, you guys remember people saying that the Lakers are screwed, that we shouldn't have traded for Anthony Davis, that we have no future. I don't know if you guys remember my response, but they call me Nostradamus for a reason, man. I told everybody, listen, the Lakers draft extremely well. Even when we don't have draft picks, we get undrafted people. We get, unsigned free agents. We get G Leaguers, guys like Alex Caruso, etc. We will be straight, right? And matter of fact, I expect us to start rebuilding here at the same time as competing, and that's what the Lakers have done. All right, because the Lakers have a core of players that are around 24, 25. You're talking Rui, you're talking, you're talking Austin Reeves, you're talking Vando. They're all in the same age length. And now you even got younger players like Jalen Hood-Schifino, the next generation coming in, Max Christie, Maxwell Lewis, maybe Castleton, Demoy Hodge. We'll see how they play into the future. But this team is just extremely good at getting undrafted free agents, late second rounders like Jordan Clarkson, late first rounders like just amazing talented players like Larry Nance Jr., guys like that. And we really haven't had a lottery pick in a couple years, right? The last lottery pick I think we had, was it Brandon Ingram? I forgot who it was. I believe it was Brandon. No, I'm tripping. It was somebody else. But it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And that's how you want to be. You don't want the lottery picks if you're the Lakers, because we're a team that builds on the fly, right? Retool, we revamp, and we rarely have to rebuild. Sometimes we do, like when Kobe retired. And I'm sure we will get to that point eventually, but not anytime soon. We've set ourselves up for the future, for the now, for the present. And it's a beautiful thing. I think we're so around, and the front office has done a tremendous job. I mean, give them their flowers, guys. And we've been impatient with them. Lonzo Ball was the last draft pick. Okay, there you go. Appreciate you guys. I knew it was somebody else. I was like, it couldn't have been Brandon Ingram. But it's been a couple of years, right? When was that? 2017, right? We're now in 2023, heading into 2024. So it's been quite a while, right? Dante says, words of encouragement from Mission 24. He said, hold your head up, boss. Stay 10 toes down. We all go through it at times. Absolutely, fam. Absolutely. And people don't know this. The summertime is the hardest time for me. I grind even harder, because we do get less views on the channel. This channel is popping 10 times better when the regular season's on. So everybody goes through it, fam. Trust me when I say that. We all go through. We all got to hustle. We all got our side hustles, and we got to do what it takes to survive, baby. Because I'll tell you, this economy ain't for the poor, man. Listen, they're trying to cut out the middle class. This is why you see no more. A lot of mom and pop shops are closing. Walmart and Amazon is taking over. Like, they're really trying to cut off the middleman, fam. So we got to just hold our head above water. That's all. But I appreciate the love, brother. You really didn't have to, especially if you're in a tough hole right now. But I do appreciate it, man. The pressure, the life's too heavy for some than others. Exactly. Playing for the Lakers ain't for everybody. You put on that golden armor, man, and it shines brighter than any team in the league. I promise you that. we got the number 1 target on our back. I mean, just look, they already put LeBron outside of the top 10, right, on CBSSports.com. So we always have, listen, I never thought I'd see LeBron anywhere outside of the top 10 throughout of his career. But they did it to Kobe as he started getting older. They're going to do it to LeBron. You know, they're going to, have you guys not heard the disrespect that Anthony Davis they've been on this whole summer? I heard Stephen A. Smith say, don't even think about, going on Team USA. Is like, bruh, relax. Like, geez. Like, if he's healthy, the Team USA should definitely recruit Anthony Davis. I don't understand why they hate. Of course, he wasn't getting this type of hate when he was a Pelican, was he? Up until he requested a trade to the Lakers. So that's the way the cookie crumbles. But we're good. We're good, ladies and gents. We are good. We listen, we swim together against the current, but swimming together is the key here. It's us against the world, baby. But we have the best fan base in the world. We have the best front office in the world, the best players in the world. Like, it's just right on brand and the number 1 target on your back. He said, do you think THT could be a potential all-star? Utah needs to keep starting him at the point guard. He can hoop with the ball in his hands. I've always liked THT. I still do. I think he was underdeveloped. He obviously took a step back the year that Russell Westbrook came. Before that, he was already trending upwards. And as soon as he got traded away, he showed flashes again in Utah. But remember, opportunity has to meet the player in the middle, because if there's no opportunity, you can't really thrive. People was trashing THT because he had an off year. Of course he had an off year. He was playing third string behind Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverly and God knows who else. Or was it Patrick Beverly? No, that was the year before. But bottom line is, yeah, man, I think he has tons of potential. I don't know what his ceiling is, but I've always liked THT. He's a good ball handler. He needs to improve his decision making, but when they put him at the point, he looks tremendous. He had a couple of 30-point games last year for the Jazz. I got League Pass, so I watch and I pick up players for daily fantasy, sports and stuff like that. So, I think THT has the world of talent, but will he realize that? To be determined, fam, because in all fairness, like, you just never know. You just never know with these players. But here it is. Jared Vanderbilt signing that extension here. Here it is on my screen, guys. This is the full details right here. It's a 4-year, $48 million deal for those of you that have not seen it. And it's wonderful, man. I'm very excited for Vando. It's different to hoop once you got that insurance, policy under you. You're not afraid to get hurt. Now you can go all out. You got that contract. There's nothing that can hold him back now. So very hyped for that. And I think he's going to have a phenomenal year. I think people are not realizing what he brought to this team last year. If you're concerned about his offense, then you're lacking, fam, because you got to pay true close attention to what he does. Like, he does the little things, right? He hustles, plays the passing lanes. He's just second to none when it comes to playing absolutely hard. And I will be picking him up. I will be picking up a lot of players for fantasy this year, man. And if you guys aren't into fantasy, I suggest you check out my latest sponsorship, man. MojoFantasy.com. Now, listen, just a quick little plug here. They're tremendous. And the way they work is you kind of invest into players as stocks. You can do daily. I don't believe California. I don't think you can do that version of it. But what you can do is submit entries into props. So we call it player props, right? So, for example, Cam Akers here rushing over 34.5 yards. They give you like a total of 500. Portfolio is like a salary cap, and you spend that evenly. It's really freaking cool, man. If you guys do want to try it out, Mojo Fantasy, promo code DTLF gets you 100% deposit match. But here's the interesting part. This is a free entry. They give you free daily entries and a pot of $250, and you can win free money. I've already won like $10 off of these free entries, and it's really freaking cool, man. So definitely check it out. Mojo Fantasy is the name of the app. And remember, upon your first deposit, make sure you type in promo code DTLF. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun weekend as well with the Rams 49ers, man. I'm looking forward to that. But any questions, comments, concerns, I got you guys, fam. Make sure to drop them in the comment section now. Let's see here. Where do you think Dame and Siakam, Harden, and Embiid are going to end up? Oh, that's like a 4-part question. I think Dame ends up in Miami. I think it's inevitable. The players have so much power that it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. That's the only place he wants to go. He's threatening to not report for training camp. I don't know what team wants to give up, major assets for a player that doesn't want to go to their team. I think it's only a matter of time. Now, the only question is, will Damian Lillard head to training camp if he's still a Portland Trailblazer, right? So that's the only question. That'll be awkward as shit. And I think Portland needs to move on so they can start developing the future, which is guys like Scoot Henderson, Shaden Sharp, and Fernie Simmons. Like, they have a bright future with their guards. Now it's a matter of getting, they got Jeremy Grant, who I would flip as well, along with, to try to get more young assets that fit the timeline that they're going to reconstruct. So I actually love the young talent that Portland has, and they're one of the funner teams to play with on 2K. Let's see here. My guy said $12 million a year for an elite defender is a bargain. Yes, exactly, PJ. You get it, bro. You understand for sure what it is. My guy said Vando is basically our young Trevor Ariza. Listen, here's the thing. He's not quite as good as Trevor, but I see exactly what you're saying. That was one of my comparisons of what he could turn out to be like. Now, his slashing game has to be better. Trevor was a little bit more athletic in the sense that he would be catching bodies when attacking the rim. Vando's not as athletic, but he is pretty athletic, especially for his size. He's 6'9", 6'10", tremendous wingspan, over 7 feet tall with the wingspan, and he has great instincts. And where I see the Trevor Ariza comparison is on the defensive end, because the way he plays the passing lanes and uses his length to disrupt on the defensive end is exactly what the doctor ordered. And remember, for the longest, we were looking for a defensive wing that could help LeBron James out there in the perimeter, because he'll start to struggle as he gets older, right? Now we got not just one, but two, because Rui has been tremendous as well. We got three, actually. If you talk about Taurean Prince, we got three pretty solid to elite defensive wings, and the league isn't on notice. I promise you that. Not only that, but now you got amazing backup point guard in Gabe Vincent. I mean, Vincent backing up D'Angelo is the best insurance policy you could have. We're talking full coverage, baby. We're talking full coverage, car replacement. Waiving the rental fees. Like, we're talking the whole 9 yards, right? That is the best insurance policy we can get. And I think people are also underestimating, because we haven't heard too much talk about him, what Gabe Vincent brings to the table. Then you got Taurean Prince, who we already talked about. He could end up being a third stringer, could end up being a backup, and God forbid, but he very well could end up being a starter. And the only reason I say God forbid is because I like other players better at the starting position. But I mean, nothing would shock me at this point. We have the talent. And now you want to talk about the bigs. It used to be a weakness the last couple of seasons, ever since we let go of JaVale and Dwight. But now it's going to be a strength, because you have Anthony Davis, you have Jackson Hayes, and you got Christian Wood, who's about to lay the pipe on these defenders. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. He's about to lay the wood on these folks, man. And we're going to be here for it. We're going to be here for it. And it's going to be a fun season, fam. Make sure you get your tickets early, because these tickets are going to skyrocket as the season progresses. I think we're going to get off to a very tremendously good start. My guys say, yeah, no. Vando trades, as Consuela would say. Yeah, no, we listen. Anybody talking Vandalorian right now? The only thing we should be talking about is championship number 18, because that's what we're coming for. Trades don't even become a conversation until around, like I said, December, when teams really look at what they truly have. But I think we won't even be talking about trades then. What will we need to trade with when we have an open roster spot, and you can address anything from there? I'm sure there's going to be some openings. We're good, fam. We are good, man. I feel good. I feel great. How y'all feeling, man? Oh, man, my boy Dontario acted a fool. He said, Wood. He said, Wood over Saboner. Damn, fam. That's how you feeling this morning? Good morning to you, sir. My man got the early morning Wood. I see you, bro. Listen, at the end of the day, I'll say this, man. Christian Wood, very underrated for the pickup. People either undervalue him or they're just hating because he's a Laker. Don't believe the shit you read on the internet, all right? I done heard people say, why do you think nobody wanted him, Dan? You're tripping. You guys are blah, 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 getting too happy. No. That's not the case. People wanted him. They just didn't want to pay the price, and the Lakers didn't. We got him basically on the free, fam. We got him basically on the free. And there's absolutely no risk, nothing but reward at the end of that rainbow. Because I'll tell you, man, that's a pot of gold. That is a pot of gold. Like, he's going to come in and have 30-point games. You don't believe me? Go back and look up Lakers versus the Dallas Mavericks last season. Christian Wood goes off for 30, right? On Anthony Davis. That's how good he is. If anything, the discipline of playing with players like LeBron and AD and a good head coach, I think it's going to help him even more. Right? So, yeah. You said Miami made a huge mistake trying to value culture over talent. No team wants Duncan, Hero, and Lowry. Well, I'm not too concerned about. I'll tell you this: I'm not concerned about Miami Heat because they do a tremendous job of always reestablishing and revamping the talent. I think Pat Riley is awesome, man. So we talk about culture, not worried about that. Oh, we just got some breaking news live on a breaking news videos. We got double the breaking news. So this is interesting. Wow. Okay. So 8-time NBA All-Star Dwight Howard will meet with Golden State Warriors next week. The team has been exploring signing a reserve veteran big man, and now the 2020 Lakers champion center will visit the Warriors. So I mean, I'm happy for Dwight, but the last thing I want to see him is as a Warrior. Still, they don't play big man, so I'm not concerned. I mean, you saw what Steve Kerr did to Walker Kessler. Walker should have just walked on out of Team USA because he didn't get much PT at all. If anything, he got nothing but garbage minutes. But yeah, Golden State is older for sure, and I love me some Dwight. I don't know how much he has left in the tank, but that's the last place I want to see him in, just because I know he won't get PT, and he's a Laker at heart. But I wish him the best. Hopefully he does get a job somewhere. Let's see here. My guy said, "What up, Dan? What's up, Patrick? How you doing, bro?" You say, what businessmen like me call Vando signing? An investment. Oh, I like that. And that means you must be looking at him as an asset, which he is. He's an asset moving forward to this team. And if for whatever reason it doesn't work, he'll be an asset moving forward in a trade. But hopefully not, because I don't want to talk trades, man. One of my favorite young players. I just love listen, I think Los Angeles loves hard-nosed players. This is why Austin Reeves became a fan favorite. This dude, remember when he was a rookie, he was giving up his body, taking charges. He was always getting hit in the chin. Sometimes they wouldn't even call it, but he was fearless. And I think that's why we love hard-nosed players like Vando, who are always out there grinding. Fan, we've been seeing him put into work this offseason, so I expect some sort of an improvement on either side of the floor. And it's gonna be a blast, man, because I think it's gonna be fun watching these youngsters grow together. We're so deep, we haven't even talked about the rookies either. I'm talking about Jalen Hood-Schifino, who has tremendous potential. And now you have to think about it from his aspect. If you're a rookie like Jalen Hood, you get to learn from some of the best guards, some of the best wings, and just some of the best players. Not only that, you get to work with the best development coach in the NBA. I got to give him his flowers from this moment on. Okay, I'm not going to call him one of the best. Phil Handy is the best player development coach. His track record speaks for itself. From working, early in his career with Kyrie to Vando, like just everything in between, he has been tremendous. So Vando fits, and I hope that he retires a Laker. He's the type of player you fall in love with because he gives you everything you need without sometimes even scoring. Like he can have a 4-point game where he made tremendous impact because he had like 3 steals, he had like 2 blocks, he had like 10 rebounds. He's that kind of a player, right? So for all of us diehard fans who see the game within the game, you love this Vando signing. You're excited because there are some people that are saying, "Don't re-sign him. You can replace him." Blah 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 blah. No, casuals, shut up. It's time for the experts, man. It's time for the people who've been watching for a long time to really enjoy these type of signings, man. But yeah, Phil Handy, there's nobody like him. Nobody. And I was so happy when we extended him because there was a rumor. Was it last summer or this summer? I already forgot. It's felt like forever, fam. This summer has felt eternal. But we got Lakers basketball coming up in a couple of weeks. But remember, there was rumors of Phil Handy potentially entertaining, becoming a head coach or trying to become one. And I was like, oh man, he's about to be gone, because I thought somebody would for sure sign him. He is definitely head coach material. But I hope he stays here for a very long time in any capacity, because he's going to help young cores for futures to come. And he still got to listen to a coach who loves working with young talent. I know he's excited because he's got a lot of it here to work with, from still Austin Reeves, Vando, and Rui to the next generation. Guys like Max Christie, guys like, again, Jalen Hood, Maxwell Lewis, potentially Castleton, Demoy Hodge, guys like that. He's listen, give that man a raise, because he's going to be working his butt off to help these youngsters, carve out a role on the Lakers for the future. All right. And for the now and for the future. All right. Any final questions before I get off, guys? Thank you guys so much for tapping in, man. Always a pleasure. Yet another video breaking down double the news. So hit the like twice, fam, for that, because we got double the breaking news. We got the Vando and the potential Dwight Howard news. And again, I wish him the best. We have defense and more shooting. We have everything. We have more rebounding. We have more playmaking. We have it all, my guy. Handy is going to be hands-on with Wood. I can't wait. Oh my! Wait a minute. My boy's setting me up heavy here. I got to be very careful when I read the fine print, anything that pertains to Christian Wood, because my guy Ontario said hands-on with. Oh no! We can't word it like that, my boy. Man, listen. It's gonna be a fun season. My guy said, I'm stoked for Wood, but also I'm a little bit nervous. I mean, there's not a lot to be nervous about. There's not a lot to be nervous about. There's not. Like, it's a win-win, right? What's the worst that Wood can do? What is the worst that Wood can? Oh, here we go with the puns again. And y'all setting me up for this now. All right, I'm going to call him Christian, all right? I'm going to call him Christian because he's a man of God. But what's the worst that Christian can do, right? He's going to come in here and get buckets at worst. He'll play subpar defense at worst, but I don't think he will because he's got a real anchor behind him. When was the last time we could say that about Christian Wood? That he's got an Anthony Davis behind him. He's got a Vanderbilt there alongside of him. It's been a while, been a minute. So now I think his weakness will become a strength. I think people are underestimating what he brings to the table. It'll be fun. That's all I can say. It will be fun, and I can't wait to see the product on the floor. Because look, on paper it looks tremendous. But at the end of the day, they have to gel. We have to incorporate all these new pieces, and that's what the regular season is for, right? That is what the regular season is for. Love you too, bro. And that's gonna wrap it up for me and us here at the DTLF channel. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Major shout out to my sponsorship, my other sponsorship, Prize Picks. You guys know the deal, man. Sunday football's around the corner. Now's the perfect time, and I think today is Flex Friday, so they protect your first entry all the way up to I don't know how much, but promo code DTLF for those of you that haven't tried it out. Perfect opportunity to win some bank. Last week I got $125 off of a $5 entry, so you could definitely make bank off of that. I already made over 700 playing that app, so definitely check it out, man, and let me know and send me any screenshots, man. I will repost and retweet because I always like it when my people win moolah. So let me know if you guys win money. You know, those are good stories to share with the rest of the timeline. So I appreciate y'all, man. I will see you guys here. If anything breaks or anything worth talking about, y'all know where to find your boy. All right. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you already haven't, hit that post notification bell, and I'll see you guys here on the next one. Have a great rest of your day, Laker family. Peace.